Live?
Yeah, we're live.
Live. Nice.
Yeah.
Feels good, doesn't it?
There's nothing like it.
Dude, you know what I do every time I'm here? And I don't even think you've noticed.
In the house?
In the house, every
Or in
time
my-
I'm here,
Okay.
I use 2 Q-tips.
No, you
I
don't.
clean my ears every time I'm here. Saves me a fortune on Q-tips. Because you would never notice. No one counts their Q-tips.
You've been
You know what I do?
Q-tipping.
You know what I do? Similar to Q-tips. You know what I do in the laundry room of my apartment building?
What?
I take a pod from each of my neighbors' bags of pods. Because if I was taking 3 each time, you might notice. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah,
but if I
just
take
one.
one from each, nobody's gonna notice.
Every once you go down. Yeah,
I've saved a fortune on Q-tips and on pods.
It's funny that your hands are in your
Q-tips and
pockets.
pods.
Madrogo says jag off. Is that a request, or are you calling Nick a jag off for doing that? Madrogo, what's up? I did that in school. Stole liquid detergent.
I think at school though,
where were you putting the liquid detergent? You said you steal it. Were you putting it in a little bottle?
People were probably leaving them while their laundry was doing it, and he
so
would
you're
come
just-
in and pour it into his.
Even filled someone's thing back up with water. I give back to the community. Wait, so
What?
you took it out of the drawer? Are you saying you stole someone's detergent out of the drawer and replaced it Indiana Jones style with water?
But I think in college, if you leave your detergent out, you're just caught slipping.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
You know everyone's
Absolutely.
broke and looking for any way to save money.
Yeah. Hello, Sabrina. Welcome in, Sabrina. How you doing tonight? Legend. It's what Nick said. The bottle was down there. Word. It would have been cooler, I guess. Nobody likes the art of the deal anymore. Art of the thievery. You know, nobody's a real
You don't
thief
steal
anymore.
anything.
What do you mean? I
You're the
steal all the
fakest
time. I
thief
just don't
ever.
go snitching on myself all the time.
Name one thing you've ever stolen.
I don't want to come clean to it.
What's up, Dylan? What's up, Sabrina? What's up, Miss Strun? I think you already said what's up to them.
No, you're killing it.
What's up, Ethan? Ethan Franks, what's good?
What's up? Madroga says it could have been his one roommates in college. He bought a new bottle every week. He probably did.
Yeah, what did you're never stealing anything. This is, you know what you stole? You stole valor.
I stole valor from thieves.
Yeah.
I stole thieves' valor.
So I guess you did steal something. Name a tangible thing you've stolen.
A tangible thing I've stolen. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I don't know.
Oh, I have a
Ethan, let's
question.
go,
Wait,
Ethan.
now that I have Miss Strun here,
The sub god, Ethan.
this is I need Miss Strun's advice.
Okay.
Do Q-tips actually harm your toilet when you flush them? Because I be flushing them.
I have a story about that.
What do you mean?
I broke a toilet with Q-tips.
Like a bunch at one time? Or was
Yeah.
it like one? Because if it's one at a time, I'm good. That's all
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
But what did you do? A bunch at a time?
Well, so I was like really drunk. Apparently, so this again, I don't remember any of it because I got a little too drunk. But this is like what people told me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like I got really drunk. My friends brought me back to their house. We were like out at a bar, whatever. I was totally fine. Then we got in the house. I was like, I gotta throw up or whatever. So I go to the bathroom and throw up. And I probably threw up like everywhere but the toilet, you know, one of those things. I think like ever since I was a kid, I think I did that. Like one time I had like a heat stroke fever and I did that. I like threw up on the toilet. Either way, I guess I tried to clean it up with anything I could. I didn't want to use a towel, so I started opening drawers and I found Q-tips. So I'm like smearing Q-tips to like clean up puke and then just crammed them in the toilet. Totally wrecked it. They had to get a whole new toilet.
Who?
My buddy Nick Venuti.
Why didn't you just use your sock?
I don't know, but you know what's crazy? I probably didn't use my sock because I couldn't find it. I got butt-ass naked, apparently. I was butt naked in there.
Clean it up, dude. You just needed to call it help.
I didn't. I had too much pride. I did way too much. I had way too much pride. But again, NickyBato Stan knows the story, classic. But I dispute the situation because I don't remember it, and there were only 2 other people there, the people that owned the house. So what motivation do they have to admit that they got too drunk and did all that? Because I just woke up at my house the next day naked.
Wait, what do you mean?
What do you
How
mean?
did you get to your
They were
house?
so fed up with me that they brought me home.
They did not bring you home
They
naked.
did.
They did not put you in their car naked.
They put me in their
and
car
put you-
and kicked me out,
They
apparently.
because there is some point between the cars and homes where you're publicly nude. Is that correct?
Yeah. I don't know.
It didn't.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't happen. That's what I'm saying. It didn't happen.
Something weirder happened.
Dude, you know what's crazy is the guy.
But you're positive you woke up naked?
I did wake up naked in my house, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Because sometimes when I'm drunk, I wake up in the middle of the night like a little sweaty, and I just get naked and go back to sleep.
No, dude, I woke up. That's my freshest memory was waking up naked. And you know what's crazy is that the guy that owns the house, my buddy, opens the bathroom door, and he was just like distraught. Like, you know, what do you do when you see that? You know what I mean? A naked guy cleaning up puke in your bathroom
With Q-tips.
with Q-tips. He just closed the door and ate the Wendy's that he got for the both of us. And then he came in and he was mad at me and started punching me, right? So I'm naked and blackout drunk, and he's like punching me. He's not like beating me up, but I'm like, dude, relax. I'm trying to find out who did this too. Because I didn't realize, you know what I mean?
He's a bad friend.
He's a bad friend, terrible friend, because he made this up too. I didn't do it.
He made it up and
I didn't
abused
do
you,
it.
and
I didn't
then
do it.
dragged you out of his house nude.
Yes, and brought me to. I had to take an Uber the next day to pick up my car, and but yeah, apparently I had to get a new toilet. And
But I think Ethan said something about stealing. Ethan said everyone has stolen between the ages of 13 and 16. Ethan, what'd you steal, bro?
Everyone's stolen something. I think you guys are children. Dylan Carnes is like, I'm a little sly Cooper,
It's crazy.
boy.
Everyone's stolen something, yet you can't think of a single example.
A car. Food. I don't... What do you want me to say?
You stole a car? What are you talking about?
I did actually see some cool Grand Theft Auto-ass stuff. I can tell that story in a second after we catch up on chat. Yeah, didn't Nick say he wanted to fight you during it? Yeah, but Drogo, yeah, he wanted to fight me, man. Dude, he got
Not
pissed
me, Nick.
This is a different Nick. He got pissed off. You messed up his new towels or something. So when I threw up all over the toilet, I threw up in the radiator. And it was just baking because it was in the winter, and it just baked. Like, I don't know how they clean that. That's why I took the Q-tips out, because I had to get in the radiator. That's what I was doing. Very resourceful IMO. But Red Bulls and gum. That's what you stole. That's awesome, man. Thanks for sharing. Okay. Tasty, welcome in. WTF did I miss in 5 minutes? But yeah, Nick was mad at me, and to me it was like trying to solve a murder where you're the murderer, you know? Because I was like, I don't know who did this.
I don't understand how you got from one place to another, but
they
naked.
put me in their car.
Insane.
But they put me in their car, but dude, I lost my clothes that night. I think they just threw them out.
Was it a good fit?
It was a great fit. And you know what's crazy is I lost my winter jacket, my best winter jacket, for over a year. I asked them if they knew where it was. I was like, maybe they threw it out with my clothes, whatever. And it turns out a year later, I got in my buddy's car, this other guy that I work with, who was at the bar that night, and he just had my jacket in his car. It had been a year.
I thought you were going to say he was wearing it.
No, he wasn't wearing it, but it was in his back seat. And I've asked this guy, do you have my jacket? And he never said a word.
These are some sus people, man.
Yeah. Well, I just worked with them. I tried to introduce them to some nice people. They made a fool of themselves. And
when you've stolen and you talk about the time you got your entire outfit robbed.
Okay, well, how about this? I've stolen food from people's houses.
That's good.
I guess. Like, I did a whole night too where I stole a bunch of drinks and
I think if you're gonna steal
food, not houses.
I think if you're gonna steal, it should be someone with less money and power than you. Always punch down. You know what I mean?
You think?
Yeah.
Do you think my crime is bad? I stole from the rich.
Who?
I'm not gonna say why. This is the thing. You guys all want to snitch with your fake ass crimes, okay? No one's gonna bother you about it. That's why you guys are video game characters. Yeah, they got you naked and took your clothes. That's what I think. Yeah, but yeah, I woke up naked, man. Then I had to take a.
But you did destroy an entire toilet, so.
Yeah, so the next day I kind of had to get together a couple $100 and give it to him.
No, you didn't.
I did.
How much is a toilet? I think that'd be like $10,000.
I don't know.
That's my read on real life economics.
Well, I felt bad too. It was like
Toilet's
a toilet is $10,000. How much could it cost? Like 10,000, dude. That's why I always take something from Ali. Emotional trauma, I guess. You know, I felt bad for him and his girlfriend at the time. You know, they couldn't go to the bathroom, I guess, because it smelled so bad. And it's like, get over it. I don't know.
That I would say get over it. If they couldn't go because the toilet didn't work, I would feel bad.
Yeah.
If it was the smell, you gotta get over that. Yeah.
So. Yeah, it happened.
Oh, speaking of toilets, you know what I want to talk about?
What?
What do you think was made first? A chair or a bed?
A chair or a bed?
Think about like if you're in a cave or in the woods, what are you making first? A chair or a bed?
A bed.
Like the earliest people, right?
Bed.
They definitely had beds first.
No question.
So when about do you think the first chair came? When
I
did
think
someone
the
say
chairs-
there needs to be in between standing and laying down?
I think they just leaned on shit. I think there were
That's
so
what
many.
I was thinking
There's
too.
just naturally
They were just
occurring
leaning
chairs.
Shit.
They were
Wait,
just-
so can we find out when the first chair was made?
What?
Can we find out when the first chair was made?
I guess.
Because I think we've gone. You know what I think we've done with chairs? We've gone too far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see those chairs where it's like a saucer balancing on a thing underneath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are you doing?
Wait.
Like, get back to the basics. So it's like a saucer with an indent, and it like sits. What are they called?
People.
Papazon chairs.
Papa John chairs. What?
Papazon.
Zon? I'm not sure.
And my mom has one, and I love you, Mom. I don't understand why you would ever get
I know
one
what
of
you
these.
mean now. And
Why
it's
would
not
you
like
just-
okay.
No, it's like that. Yeah,
like this one,
yeah.
This one. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Madruga says we just rolled a log into a cave. Mr. says ancient Egypt invented chairs. I think you are correct. It looks like it. But-
Okay, wait. I call a farce on that.
What?
I call a farce on anything that's like the first chair,
Yeah.
or the first sandwich. You don't know what the first
Right,
one was.
yeah.
There was motherfuckers making sandwiches before the first dude got credit for it.
I agree.
That would have been the first thing I did.
Yeah. Ethan says whenever anesthesiologists were created. Dylan says I had two growing up. 2 rocks or 2 logs or one of
No, he
each.
needs a Papazon chair. It's like
They
pissing
are
me off
fire on a
because
orchard deck. It seems like the most
no,
uncomfortable
look at
chair
it.
ever.
It's not horribly uncomfortable, but it's not horribly comfortable either. Like, I feel like we nailed chairs, and people are trying to innovate something that you can't really
There we
innovate.
go.
You know what I mean?
What is this?
Why,
about?
if you have chair money, would you buy this?
Nobody's ass is this big. Nobody's sitting in this.
You know what I do? Because I lean back a lot when I laugh.
Yeah.
I always fall back. It's life or death for me in these chairs.
And do they like? Is this stable or like it? Don't they have the ones that hang? They're like don't have a base. They like hang. There's,
Oh,
like,
I
a
hate
thing up
those.
there.
You know what
Yeah.
happens to me every time they hang? My ass just touches the ground. This is great, guys. I'm basically sitting on the floor.
I'm not putting a recliner outdoors. First of all, Dylan, why? Second of all, no one's asking you to do that. Just get a normal chair. I don't know. That's a chair for ladies. NickyBato says. Casey says, you said you liked it last time you were here, lol. Well, I think you said it was not terribly uncomfortable.
I said it was
but
not
it's-
terribly uncomfortable.
but
That is
it's,
not. That's not a glowing review.
Is this how people sit in them? This is a
No,
Photoshop.
they're supposed to be.
This is Photoshop.
Yeah, see, they couldn't even.
They couldn't even get someone-
comfortably sitting. in
There's
one
no
of them.
picture of someone enjoying it. It's crazy how none of these chairs have people in them.
That one does. Look how comfy she looks
This
with
is
her
crazy.
with her legs curled.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's loving it.
Look at this.
None of them are. They're all sitting like Yoda.
This is crazy.
Dude, yeah.
I can't find anyone sitting.
You know when people say you should never reinvent the wheel?
Yeah, they mean chair.
You should never reinvent the chair. It's too much. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Outside the grocery store and it's raining, so I'm gonna hop off for a bit. We'll hopefully be back in an hour. So we'll wait for you, Sabrina. Stream doesn't end.
We don't say a word until she comes back.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll hold the content.
I think Miss Drew's right. These chairs were invented to mess up people's backs.
Yes, big chiropractor invented them. Yeah. They came to someone in a very
Wait,
awful...
go up. This one, that one's pissing me off. Click that one. That's disgusting.
And this one too, right? Oh no, that's...
This is $360 for this.
Oh my god.
To sit on crossed wires.
What the hell? What the hell? F that. NickyBato says F that. Net chairs are...
Are you supposed to put something over that?
I don't know. I don't think the
There's
people
that
that are
the whole
buying this
chair.
want to.
Imagine having company over and saying, have a seat.
What the hell? Is this a chair? This looks like a poopy pan. This looks like something sick people piss
you
and
know
shit
what's
in.
crazy? We all pretty much agree how couches should look,
Yeah.
but we can't agree on chairs.
What is this
Everyone's trying
about?
to innovate the chair.
Yeah.
The chair's a perfect invention.
That's what, these are not for
That
sitting.
has 3 legs.
These are for sitting around.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest thing.
There's some
Dude.
things where you can't consider fashion, and chairs are one of them. You just got to make it comfortable.
This is function. Mr. says biblically accurate chair. How many couches do you own? NickyBato Stan says
2.
And it's plenty. I have 3 actually.
You do have 3. I'm gonna dump one of mine and take one of yours.
So that we'd both have 2? I think you said that the problem is that having 2 is the worst part. So then we would both have 2.
So
Why wouldn't you just take one?
Well,
Then you would have 3.
I don't want 3. 2 is too much.
But you're going to have 2 again if you take one.
Yeah. No, but I would have a nice one.
Bungee cord chairs were the laziest thing to be invented. I wouldn't even call them chairs. Have you ever seen this chair? I feel like they have them at like...
Oh, that's annoying me. Is
they
that like
have 'em-
slanted backwards?
Yeah, they have them at like... I feel like they have them at like college, like student unions and stuff. Like they have them in like...
So you could be like chill?
I don't know. Like they have them like... Yeah, it's just like a stylish chair around like coffee tables or something. I
think it looks stupid.
It looks awful. It feels awful. It feels awful. This is disgusting. And 320 a pop. The history of the chair.
Yeah, I want to read the history of the chair.
We're going on Wikipedia, not chair.furniture.com. This is the website. It's called chair.furniture.com.
Imagine the Papa's on. What's the first chair?
I like this one. It says, pull up a chair. What a way to sucker you in and take a good look. It forms our bodies. It shapes our thinking. It's one of the first technologies an American or European child encounters. What kind of chair cult?
Chair cult?
How do I get rid of this? This is the first chair made in Egypt.
That looks better than
It looks better than
the
chairs
cord
today.
chair, yeah.
Yeah.
I would be snoozing in that.
Nick really loves my armless accent chair. You love an armless accent chair?
No.
This
In fact,
is baseline chair.
I shamed it so much she moved it to her room.
Really?
It was in the living room.
What does it look like? An armless accent chair?
It was like the belle of the ball, and now it's sanctioned to the darkness. It's so bad. It felt like a chair you take the SATs in. Like a chair you're not meant to relax.
Yeah. Somebody wrote that article probably for free. Yeah, they're cramming in details. Chairs have existed since 3100 BC. This is the first evidence we have of a chair. They like concede that there may have been earlier examples, but this is the first evidence we have. Who is we and who's collected the evidence? Ethan says y'all are one step away from IKEA. Oh my gosh. A wealth of depictions.
Okay, Hedephores. Is that how you'd say it? Hedephores?
Hedephores.
He had a nice chair.
That's a great
This
chair.
motherfucker.
This guy knows.
No, it's a girl. She's a mother. She's the mother of Poo-Poo, idiot.
You led me so astray. This is a beautiful chair.
That's a great chair.
I feel like it's low enough to the ground where you can
If
you
put
can
like
lay
a
your
leg
legs
rest,
out.
you
You
could
put a
sleep on that.
leg rest.
Yeah.
Leg rest would be grand on this. And these armrests are nice to the point where you can sort of like slouch down and hold your arms like that on it.
That's kind of a crazy.
They got it right first try. Isn't that insane?
I don't know.
Egypt
No,
chair?
I think the arms are too high.
I think that they're a little high, but like
You know the
said,
motorcycles
it was.
where they're like this.
Oh yeah, how do they even do that? Dude, I think that this is like you have to sit in a certain. Maybe I think that the chair is not the problem. I think they didn't get sitting at first. I think that this chair is perfect for sitting in the most not comfortable way.
Chairs were invented before sitting.
Yeah, it's a chicken egg thing. It's like which came first. They didn't know how to sit. They thought sitting was like this. You know, they thought sitting, your elbows had to be at your ears.
Crazy though, like that, like in a good way.
Yeah, that's why they were okay with it.
It's big dick energy, but it's not comfortable.
The back, look at the back.
Yeah,
there's nothing here, and that's what they didn't know. They didn't know sitting. They knew chairs. You're gonna need low arms, or it's gonna make your shoulders sore. Well, it discouraged them from sitting too long. Maybe that's another thing.
Maybe that's the point of Papasan chairs.
Maybe
keep you active, you know, moving around the house.
Yeah. What is this? This is made from roots.
Nah.
Are those really roots? Are they like bronzed or something?
That's like the wired chair.
Yeah. This is a fine chair.
That's
if you had
a chair.
Put a cushion on it. Even without the cushion, I feel like you'd be okay.
You still see that these days.
Yeah. Good stuff. There's plenty of chairs.
Now, who was the one who
Look how short the stuff on the modern chairs are. They say the egg or pod chair.
Disgusting. Who was the one who had the genius, maybe the greatest invention ever, that... Think of the idea of one chair. Now think of 3 chairs all morphed together. And it's one big chair, and we call it a couch. Who do you think did that?
That's so true.
Who do you think countries-wise did that? You know, I'm going with Iraq.
You think
I'm
Iraq
a betting
made
man.
the couch?
I think they made the first couch. Yeah.
I'm gonna look up history of the couch.
I also want to know the gap between the chair and the couch.
Yeah. Because you know what I think too? I think...
Hold up. You missed the early history.
No, this is etymology.
I thought etymology meant early history.
I thought etymology was like those little green beans they give you as an appetizer. They don't really have history.
The couch is really understudied, huh? A few paragraphs on the couch.
What the heck?
Look they shouted me out. See?
What?
Although a couch is primarily used for seating, it may be used for sleeping.
I think this says Nick Brown right here. Dude, this is so funny. But what I think, maybe there's no history of the couch because I think the bench came first. And then they said, let's put a back on the bench. They put a back on it. And then they cushioned.
The cushions came last.
Cushions came last.
What do you think the first cushion was? Leaves? Like leaves stuffed in a sack?
Leaves.
I love when we do a history episode.
Yeah. Oh my god. Why don't they have any, like, real... This is Encyclopedia Britannica. Are they going to have anything about a cushion on there? Cushion is a very ancient article of furniture.
In the early Middle Ages. So they
Covered
said
with leather.
they probably came before that, because they just said that Middle Ages made mention of them. So they were probably invented before that.
Yeah. A bolster. A hassock.
So if you were the first dude on Earth, how many nights, like, sleeping on a cave floor would you be like, I gotta do something about this?
Yeah, well, I feel when I say they made the first bed, I feel like they just like pushed a bunch of leaves.
But how many nights do you think it took?
How many nights do you think?
Like at first, maybe they were like sleeping on their arm. You know what I mean? And then, like, when did they reason that this is really bad for the body?
Well, I think they just wanted to be comfortable. I think that they made themselves comfortable because you see like how like. I don't know, like your pets or stuff. They like contort their body and stuff to get comfortable, right? So I don't know when it hit people to like.
So say you're plopped down as a functional man,
yeah,
with no prior memory, in a cave.
Yeah.
how long would it take you to invent a bed? Would it take you a couple nights, or would it be the first thing you did?
I think when people lost their body hair, then it hit them.
So you, so we went backwards. We basically had built-in couches.
We had built-in cushioning.
Hey, Cece.
Cece, welcome in. Cushions. Cushions. Hell yes. Cushions? Cushions. Cushions. Hell yes. Yeah, the history of the chair. That's what we're delving into. The most uncomfortable chairs. This one looks like a. This one looks like an H.P. Lovecraft monster. This chair.
Dude, when you texted me when I was on my way here,
Uh-huh.
you said, "Can't believe how dark it is."
Yeah.
I thought you were proposing a topic for the pod, and then I said, when I got here, that was a good topic, and you were like, "What topic?" So you were texting me small talk. You were texting me small talk when I was almost there.
It was part of the thing. No, because sometimes I have pictures of you. The reason I said that is because I have pictures of you sitting outside of my house on your phone in your car waiting to come inside. And so
today you couldn't get one.
And today I didn't get today I was looking around for you and I didn't know I couldn't see you because it was so dark out. And I had told you, "Hey, I'm going to take a shower and then I'll be done in 15 minutes." So I had been done for a while and you hadn't come in yet, so I was like, "Oh, maybe he's waiting." Like he usually is, but I couldn't see because it was dark out. So that's why I was doing that. I was kind of being like, you can come in. Let me see if I can find a picture of you sitting outside. It's pretty funny.
I'm not anti-small talk, but I wish people were more intentional with what they're saying. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You should say, "Isn't it so depressing how dark it is this early?"
I didn't mean that.
No, I'm saying in generally when people say
I see the
when
general
people say, "Can't believe it's so dark out." It's like, you can't believe that?
Yeah.
You're like 30 years old.
Right.
You can't believe that in September it starts to get darker early?
You've seen it every
You should Okay, that's really funny.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna send this to myself on Discord. We'll pull it up. Big screen. Nick, why don't you just break in? It's simply your house. Oh yeah, lore-wise, I guess it is. Oh my god. No, I did that as a courtesy, just say, because I feel like I'm very tactful.
No, you know how some people
I feel like I'm very tactful.
You know,
to
some
I didn't
people
want to get your ass in here.
Well, you also said take your time, so the math isn't mathing.
That was a totally different message. Now you're combining messages to fit your agenda.
You said.
No, that was in response to you saying you were hitting the speed bumps now. I'm sorry for getting iced tea. That was your message that I said, take your time. It's okay.
It sounds like I was gaslighting you. Like, sorry, I wanted an iced tea.
It is gaslighting.
That's not what I said.
That is what you said.
No, I said sorry, I had to get an iced tea. I wasn't saying sorry, I had to get an iced tea.
However you want to read it, man. I have the screenshot. We'll pull that up, too.
But listen.
Where the hell did I put this thing? You can keep talking. I'll find it. I got it. Okay.
You know when,
Keep talking. What were you saying?
You know how some people are like anti-small talk?
Anti-small talk.
Like they just don't do it at all?
Like
what do
you
you think of it? I think I really like small talk.
Is this small talk?
I think I really like small talk. You know why? Because I like small talk better than I like real talk. I like, so...
Look, this is what Nick does.
Okay.
He sits outside my house.
First of all, drip.
You look fantastic. Yeah. Look. This is Nick just on his phone. He's done this for...
Is there a plank of wood in my backseat? What is that?
I don't know. It looks almost like
Oh, no, it's the reflection of the house.
Oh, I see. Dude, you've done this for 30 minutes one time. Yeah. 2 times even.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a fantastic picture. This is NickyBato live. I've turned small talk into a career, Cece says. Yeah, I believe that when I read your last chat message where you said chairs are pretty great when they're made correctly. What a talking out of your ass bullshit statement. That's so funny. Chairs are great when they're made correctly.
You know when
That's small talk.
Okay, picture we're at dinner, right? And you bring a guest. But
Okay.
then you go to the bathroom and it's just me and the guest.
Okay.
I'm praying there's some small talk I can point out.
Yeah.
Because do you like sitting there in silence with someone you don't know? Or do you try, because
I talk to people.
because I don't like the cynical, this is weird for me to say, I don't like the cynical way people talk about small talk, because I think small talk is great. I'm always looking for something.
fantastic.
Like right now,
Any kind of talk.
like what would you say in late September when you're with a stranger and you're at dinner and it's dark outside? You would say it's kind of sad it's already getting dark early, right?
No,
That
I
kills,
don't talk about that.
and that kills time unless you're taking a dump. We have that little convo and you're already back, and then we can get back to real
I think it's
conversation.
fine. That's not my go-to though.
What's your go-to?
I ask you if you've seen any movies.
Not even lately.
Lately.
Have you ever
What's-
seen?
Yeah.
When you make the small talk too vague, you
Yeah.
say, have you ever seen a movie?
Yeah. Then it's minuscule talk. There's no. Nick had just said some chairs are uncomfortable. No, Cecilia, you're right. Look, we were just talking about these chairs. Look at this. This is a chair. This is what you would call an incorrectly made chair.
It's $360.
$360 for your info. No, I think you're right, dude. Sabato and I had to basically go to small talk class. Oh my God, NickyBato stayed. You're so right. When we worked together, they sent us to Dale Carnegie training, which is basically just small talk training for dummies.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, do you not know? I don't know. I'm not.
they're
gonna
trying to
hate. I'm not gonna
beat, they're
hate.
beating the autism out of you.
Yeah,
basically.
that's basically it. It's just like people like, I don't know, this guy Dale, like, made a millions preying off people saying, oh, this is how you talk to people and improve your memory with bullshit.
Like praying like godly or
No,
like
he's
like a
preying.
predator?
Yes,
Oh,
he's
okay.
preying on people like he wasn't the leader of like a sex cult, but he's the leader of like a Ponzi scheme.
Of small talk?
Yeah. You ever heard that? It's like Dale Carnegie, how to win.
Why did you have to go to that?
My job made everyone
That's
do
fucked.
it. I guess they were profiling engineers as not the most socially adept, and they sent us all there.
That's
it's the
stupid.
craziest stuff. Yeah.
You know what's funny? Until I was like 25, I thought an engineer and a mechanic were the same thing.
An engineer and a mechanic?
You know how like like custodian and janitor are two names?
Yeah.
I thought an engineer was a more sophisticated way to talk about a mechanic.
I thought they just drove trains. Like,
Like, who's the guy who works on engines? That's the engineer. Of course.
because he mans the engine.
Yeah.
He or she mans the engine. Or womans the engine. Mokuba, welcome in. Cece says, that's hilarious. I had to give you all a class in your physical engineering career. A talking class. The extroverted engineers, the ones who look at the other guy's shoes. I couldn't believe that people had known me for so long, and when I got my PE license, everyone thought I was a certified gym teacher.
Okay, I was doing it as a bit, but other people actually texted you and said congrats
Several
on being
people.
a gym.
Several
as if it
people.
would take like 8 years of school and then a test to be a gym teacher.
I had a master's degree. I was... Me and Aaron. Yes, it was Cecilia and Aaron. Yeah. I'm an engineer because I love trains as a kid. That's why Dylan became. You get this? He studied mechanical engineering.
Dylan?
Dylan. So he was a mechanic engineer.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
I thought Dylan was a basketball expert.
He is.
All he does is watch basketball.
He does what do you call it? He did intramurals in mechanical engineering school. We had a fantastic intramural team, me and Dale. No joke, I studied engineering mechanics. And Dylan studied mechanical engineering. You guys could
That's not the same thing.
I don't
I was
think
just
so.
that's crazy. Imagine a guy who really wanted to study engineering mechanics, but he accidentally checked the box for mechanical engineering.
You fool! And he realizes it like immediately, or does he not realize?
He realizes it like 60 credits in.
he's like, whoa, crap!
Are those really different things?
I think they are. Engineering mechanics feels like a more general engineering thing, while mechanical engineering sounds like a more like a fluid dynamic based engineering program. I don't know. I really don't know though. What was the kind of stuff you studied, Mr. M? You and D Carbs, hash it out.
Can you believe it's so dark?
The what do you call it? But I said that not as a small talk thing. I feel like one thing that I like to do is like Dale Carnegie has a way of phrasing it. It's like make other people think it's their idea or something and whatever. And I'm not saying that I am like a student of Dale Carnegie. I'm saying that maybe he put into words that one sensation, which is a trick that is to more easily communicate with people. So me saying, like, we had gone on my earlier messages of saying, I don't know if you're outside or not. Can't believe how dark it's got. I don't want to be so, I don't want to say crass, but I feel like it can be toe the line between assertive and aggressive to say, I don't know if you're outside or not, but you can come in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just making sure that I sound friendly to you because that's how I would sound. I'm just conscious of...
You should have said, get your fucking ass in here.
I should have said that. I had an engineering joke, but I lost it. 07. Salute.
Okay, another human interaction I want to talk about. Have you ever had someone come at you and then you respond so nicely that they back down?
Yeah.
One time,
so.
I cut this guy off.
Okay.
Going into Duncan, and I knew I cut him off, and I saw him pulling behind me, and I was like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna confront me." And he parked his car behind my car, so even if I wanted to get out of the situation, I couldn't. So I just got out, and he was like, "Do you know how to fucking drive?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, man. Do you like want a coffee or something? I can make it up to you." And he was like, "It's okay, brother. Just be more careful next time." And like. He started at a 10.
Yeah.
But then I made him feel stupid because I was so nice.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen to you?
I've actually, I can think of the reverse happening where someone almost ran me off the road. Like I had to get on the shoulder and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Yeah. And they realized like moved over and I came back and then I ended up driving past them and I looked over at them ready to go like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What the heck, bro? And they were just like I couldn't hear them. The windows are
so
the
you
windows
were the
are
guy
closed.
who's you were the guy who backed down.
Whoa, and he was like,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I could, like you can't hear him, and I was just like, I immediately was like, it's okay.
It's cool.
It's
but running someone off a road, I don't know if that's forgivable.
That was pretty messed up. That's why, and I'm not, I don't like to be aggressive.
Because you had to be kind of vigilant about saving your life there.
Right. Yes.
The other guy, he just had to tap his brakes. It's not that big.
It wasn't high speed at all.
I
do remember one time when you cut someone off and they almost killed us. Do you remember that when you went to get your car fixed and then we drove out of the...
Oh, yeah.
We drove out of the...
They swerved into the other lane. I didn't look at all.
You didn't even realize.
That was crazy.
They drove around us in the left lane and honked as loud as honk, and you were like...
I didn't even process what happened.
You didn't even care. You're like, what's that maniac doing? I go, Nick, that guy almost...
You said you were the maniac.
Yeah.
But... what do you think it would take for you to follow someone into a parking lot? Because it was pretty shocking to me that he wasn't there for Duncan. He was there to confront me.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it didn't happen. Where did it happen? Like down the road? Or it was a couple minutes of him. He followed you there to tell you that?
Yes. It wasn't like this turn only went to Duncan. It was like once he saw me turning, he turned.
Oh, shoot.
That's pretty crazy.
That is
I let most things go.
You should, I would say never.
What if I had a gun?
Do that. Exactly.
I'm going to get a gun. I'm going to start killing people.
These maniacs don't think about is that, like, you antagonize people. It's like, what if they have a gun?
I know.
What if they stab you? You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't matter who's wrong or right if you're dead. People need to, like, get over it. You know what I mean? It's not that important.
I only antagonize people when we're hanging out and I've been drinking. I antagonize people when I'm in a group where there's a guy stronger than me, because then if something happens, they have to fight for me.
Right. I remember
just
that.
like being able to send my goons in. Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. Do you remember that time in Beacon where you got mad like you wanted to?
Because a guy stole our chair.
Yeah, we had like a bunch of chairs, and I guess this guy had. I don't know if they were sitting in them before, or he just wanted a chair we weren't using.
But we were using it. We stood up for like 1 second and he just snatched it.
Yeah, this drunk weirdo just comes over and takes a stool that we were using at a bar. Didn't even say a word, didn't say, hey, could I take this, whatever. And we were all like, okay, drunk weirdo, not going to get involved.
Not me, though.
Nick was a little drunk, and he got mad. like he wanted to fight him, but we were all like, Nick, you're not gonna fight him.
Exactly. I know I wasn't gonna fight him.
Me and the people we were with,
Yeah.
would have had to stand up with have Nick's back for it, and we didn't want that. We didn't want the confrontation.
That's my safety net for everything.
It's other kids, and that's
My
okay.
friends will bail me out.
I think that's okay. I think everybody should have a good hold me back. In what Cecilia says it's called fawning. What is fawning, Cecilia? Sorry, could you explain it again? What it is? What's fawning? That is a road rage level you don't have, right? I cannot picture myself tracking someone down.
Isn't fawning when like a hot girl in heels is standing over you and you're like this and she grabs your hair and feeds you a bottle of milk? Is that something else?
Is that what fawning is? Let's look it up. Fawning. I'm gonna go incognito mode, maybe?
Is fawning a trauma response?
Fawning porno.
I think I just made it up.
Oh, we're not gonna know. Kink unlocked. See? It doesn't look like anyone's milk. We'll just close this.
You have to get off that page. We can't have a repeat of last week.
Yeah. Fawning at adoration. Displaying exaggerated flattery or affection. Obsequious. Oh, fawning. This is what you're saying, Cecilia. Fawning is a trauma response where a person behaves in a people-pleasing way to avoid conflict and establish a sense of safety.
That's how I behave around Bottle all the time.
Correct. Well, is it? Mr. says, EM was a little broader in scope. Engineering mechanics, more math physics focused than ME classes. I specialize in EM astronautics, so basically aerospace. And now you work on toilets. That the toilets.
They have toilets in space.
They do have toilets in space. That's cool. Yeah. And no Q-tips in the toilets.
There was a big topic I wanted to get to for the past couple weeks that we didn't get to.
Okay.
And it's not Lizzo.
Okay.
We'll push her to next week.
That's crazy.
And I want chat's help with this. And
well, I did. Haha. I'm back at grad school now. Hell yes, legend. Keep cooking. Keep cooking. Nice. Hell yeah.
Do you think? Hear me out here.
Yes.
Do you think the born this way mentality, when
like the Lady Gaga song,
right, when it comes to queer people, is dated? I think it's dated. I think a lot of gay people were not born this way, if you know what I mean. Not in like a. So I think I'm being serious here. I think the born this way was an argument that had a use in like the mid 2000s when you're trying to convince homophobes. It's like, oh, you shouldn't be mad at them. They were born like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't think it really holds up anymore. I think there's a lot of people who are fluid and do a lot of different stuff who weren't necessarily programmed like that from birth. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I feel like as it becomes more accepting, there's people who maybe in another life would have been straight their whole life and wouldn't have had any demons about it, wouldn't have felt like they were like closet or anything.
Sure.
Who now experiment.
Yeah.
They figured out that it's also awesome to bang dudes.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that fits because I think there are a lot of people who are just always different from the time they were a kid, right? Obviously, that's still a thing. But I don't think
I see what
we should talk in these absolutes.
No,
that everyone's sexuality is wired from birth.
For sure.
I think at this point, it's almost regressive to talk like that.
Yes. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think it's a valid point. There needs to be like discussion or acknowledgement. You're saying that people do choose to be fluid.
Yes.
Or choose to be fluid with their sexuality, and that's okay too. So there are people who are born this way,
Right,
and
right, right,
it
right.
does represent their life.
Yeah.
But there are people who it doesn't represent, and you're saying that to lean on that as a sole argument to beat these people is now disrespectful because we've come so far.
Right. I think at the time where being gay was still taboo, that's kind of a convincing argument. Like, oh, that's just how they're genetically wired. You can't hold that against them.
I feel, and even back then, you would have spoken in an absolute, and just have it be understood within that community that this is not an absolute. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right,
Like,
right.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
I get that.
I was talking about this with people who I think are very forward thinking, and
Yeah.
they just for some reason would not get on my side on this.
Yeah,
Because I said, okay, so I know someone who was a woman who was horribly abused by men, and later on in her life, like after her 40s, never wanted to date a man again. So she is now married to a woman. I don't think that person was born that way.
Sure.
And and then when I said that, I got the response, yeah, but that's like a trauma response. And I'm like, I think not dating men was the trauma response.
Yeah.
You married a woman by choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
did, and
yeah.
it is gay. Like
Right. Yeah.
like if you say that, then everything you do is a response. You know what I mean?
There's no proactivity.
I just
there.
took a piss. No, you responded to drinking water. That's what you did, idiot.
Ollie, welcome in. Ollie says, how did Peter say that? I don't even know.
Do you think there are any? Do you think?
I let me just say that I think that people are making it, like you said, there are forward thinking people who have such a trauma response to your argument. I think that they're not thinking about it in the way that you really feel it. I think
Right.
because like you're saying, we just need to. We're at the point where we can push it a step further. You know, we've won so much against the
Yeah, exactly.
the hatred
that we
that
could
we need
we should
to-
talk in these more nuanced ways about it.
Yes, we can.
For instance, say me, you, and the boys
Yeah.
are stuck on an island.
Yeah.
We'd start fucking after what? 3 days, maybe.
I don't know.
And then we'd be like, this shit's kind of feels good. No?
I don't know.
And then would people say that doesn't count because we had no choice? You think 3 days was a little short?
Tony Soprano.
I
You
would-
get a pass for
I
that.
would be pitching it like 4 hours in, and you guys would be like,
Absolutely.
we might get saved. Can you relax?
You're like kicking the SOS out of the sand.
Get it, guys. Let's solve it.
Yeah, you're like no. We like put out SOS flares and everything. You're like, no one's here. You're rewriting the rocks in the sand and stuff. No one's here. Do not stop. Keep flying.
And I think there is at some point, I don't know how to say this. Regardless of what you think you are, flesh on flesh just feels good, doesn't it? Like, and I think there's people who, like, feel, because I feel like a lot of people who have thought they were 100% straight and lived and died their whole lives thinking that, just thought they would be degrading themselves if they tried anything else.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
I mean, it came with societal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
NickyBato Stan says, and by island, I mean podcast. Sorry, go ahead.
do you think there's, and like, do you think, like, if someone says to you, they're 100% straight,
Okay.
would you be like, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't believe it.
I wouldn't believe it for
I wouldn't
a second.
believe it.
Yeah.
I would be like, if that's what you have to say.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it at all.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't, that's your journey. I'm not,
But I'd be like, come on, man, dip your toes in. But I think it's an annoying argument because I was making this argument even as a kid. I didn't ever like the born this way argument because to me, what you should be asking is, who was this harming? You know what I mean?
No,
not where is this coming from.
I agree.
It's who is it harming.
I agree.
And of course the answer is no one.
Let's remove what do you mean? Like let's remove any argument for justification out of here, because it does not need to be justified.
Exactly.
It does not need to be justified. So it's like tackling it. You're almost like
I almost feel like you're conceding something to homophobes when you come at it that way.
Yeah, you're saying, you're saying, yeah, I know it's a shame and nasty to be gay, but I was born this way. That's what you're basically. That
exactly.
It feels like a concession.
It's conceding to people who shouldn't be conceded to.
Sure, like you're saying, maybe it was a baby step for people that were more literally in danger, more vulnerable at the time. Casey says, I think being born gay is real. I don't think any more or less people are born gay now as opposed to years ago. But I also think the lines are more blurred when it comes to sexuality, and that gives people options. I think it's a good thing to have the freedom to not only be who you are, but evolve to be who you want to be.
I agree, and I also I think I would have gotten my prediction wrong. I think if you asked me like 10 years ago, I would have said, as these things become more normal, I would have said we would all have less labels, and it seems like we're getting more labels. And I guess I don't know. I just don't. I'm gonna say this in a not bad way. I guess I don't understand the desire to be so niche with everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand. And maybe someone could clear this up, because I actually don't understand the difference between bisexual and pansexual. Because pansexual would be you'd be
pan everything.
Everything. I don't understand the difference between bi and pan. Like I'm not saying there isn't a difference. I don't know what it is, if it is. Because if you're bisexual, you say I like men and women, then would you just not be attracted to like non-binary people? Like that would just seem absurd to me, right? Like what do you think? Do you know the difference? Or is it just like is pan just the new like phrase for bi?
Let's see what Reddit has.
Yeah, let's see what.
No, let's see. Versus omnisexual.
Oh, that's kind of an interesting way to put it. I didn't think about that.
Put it
Bisexuality is at its core
attraction to
that's
two or more
interesting.
genders.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, pansexuality is the attraction to a person regardless.
I guess pansexual, you don't even consider gender then at pansexuality?
That's what it's saying, I think. And polysexuality is the attraction to people of many but not all genders. But that's weird, because this says two or more, and this says many but not all. Wouldn't they be this?
There's overlap.
There's an overlap. I think the difference is that some people are attracted to two different genders, and some people identify as just being attracted to the person regardless of gender. Casey, you read it right out of the book.
You beat Google.
Yeah. Casey coming in with all the W's. I guess this is just saying what we just read. Mr. says, my roommate is non-binary, dates many non-binary people. Thought that was Nick Brown people. Identifies as bi and has very strong opinions on why pansexual was like co-opted by TERFs or something from the start. IDK. They tried explaining it to me one night, but they were very drunk and I didn't follow.
Oh, do you think pansexual would be the less preferred term then? Would you rather say, and if we're saying they are, that's interesting. I would really like to hear them explain that.
Yeah, get them on the horn, Mr.
TERFs, yeah.
Get them on the horn, Mr. if you can, and if they're willing.
I'm trying to think of
wise words of an.
I'm trying to think of how that would work. Maybe people call people pansexual in a derogatory way. Is like I don't know. Because I would have thought
I want to hear about.
I would have thought bisexual would be the one co-opted by TERFs. Because you would say like you're bi in that you have sex with two cisgenders. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. This is a WebMD article. Let's read the 17 magazine article.
It's true. That's okay. You could talk out of your ass. What do
Really
you think
don't-
we're doing right now? You know what? It's also like, when another like well-intentioned thing that was like kind of insulting is when people would say like, what are your preferred pronouns, when they should have just said, what are your pronouns? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is your... It's not a preference. It's like what you are.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's a condescension.
Yeah,
to that.
it's almost like
preferred pronoun.
If you prefer this, I guess I'll call you this.
Yeah. People don't realize that there's all this connotation with the diction that you use. Like, pansexual characters: Rick Sanchez, Wade Wilson, Ola. What the heck? Oberyn Martell. Why is this? This is a related search. I was like, why are there all these things coming up?
Wait, I want to see that one. 5 misconceptions about pansexuality.
Where?
It was down. It was below the characters.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Aren't they the same thing? I heard that pansexuality is transphobic.
Oh, let's read that. Yeah.
One of the biggest misconceptions about pansexuality is that pansexual people are somehow being transphobic by stating that they're attracted to trans people, while bisexual people aren't, because they don't see trans people as men or women.
Oh.
I see. So they're saying... Is this what you're getting at, Mr. when you say it was co-opted by the TERFs? Like,
okay, yeah.
Like they're just trying to state, hey, we're attracted to anybody, regardless of
I think that's
gender.
the word I was missing when I didn't understand the difference, is the regardless.
Regardless.
Is that it's the attraction regardless of
Regardless.
gender. Not an attraction to all genders necessarily. It's an
Right.
attraction regardless.
So they're saying that this has been like misconstrued, a misconception, because they're saying they don't see trans people as men or women. They're saying sexually, in terms of a sexual attractiveness, the pansexual people, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter to them. They're not saying that, hey, whatever you they're not undermining whatever you identify as or whatever you are.
Yeah.
They're
But
just saying,
this one says there's a recently emerging term, bi plus. Because that was what I was
Where
thinking
does
of
it
when...
say
Right here. That's what I was thinking of, because bisexual means two.
bi means two.
So
right?
bi plus... And then I'm still confused again on what the difference is. I think I'm talking myself into circles.
Mr. says, my takeaway from the convo with my roommate was it's called bisexual because I'm attracted to, this and that. But again, they were off 11 beers. And so...
I actually think that's when you're at your smartest.
Yes, that's when all the synapses are firing. Pansexuality is just a new fad.
That's crazy. Pansexuality people are confused. They can't make up their mind.
And this is crazy
Imagine
to call
someone
them...
who's just fucking all the time. And you're like, this motherfucker can't make up his mind.
Pansexuals are just greedy. What a crazy statement here. Oh my gosh.
They're just greedy.
They're just greedy.
That's a level of hating, because
They get all the Papa San.
that's
beers.
like not even a homophobic thing. That's just like back off, Like leave some in the dating pool for us.
Yeah, no, that's a defense thing.
Yeah, that's
like, you're stealing them. And that's a Joker fight. Oh my gosh. Dang, so you really delivered on it. Not last week, but the week before. You said, "I want to get to gay.
Yeah,
be gay.
I
Being a choice."
being gay, and I think people thought I was trying to be shocking with
You know what's? I think that the way you, people thought it was a little bit of shock humor. I think, but the thing about it is that you were saying that the Born This Way is absolute sounding, and I think when you said it, it sounded absolute sounding the other way.
It's also and I think
absolute
what's a good point is that it's kind of a concession to say, well, they're born that way.
Yeah. You explained it.
Yeah. That's crazy to say they're greedy.
Yeah, that is very nice.
If I was pansexual or bisexual, I wouldn't tell anybody. You know why?
Why?
Because then it's more embarrassing if you never fuck. Then it's like,
You have
your pool is the entire Earth, and
Right.
you still can't get
yeah,
any.
yeah. Casey says some are though born gay. Yes, no.
Oh, of course, yeah,
we
yeah,
agree
yeah,
100%. That's not what Nick was never saying that
Yeah.
people aren't born gay. He's saying that we need to be strong in our arguments against
That the
nasty bigots.
The
we need
point of homophobia is that they just don't like these motherfuckers, regardless of whether they're born that way or not.
Right.
So you need to push back on.
So if
there's no harm.
Right.
Yeah.
If you say, "Oh, so they're born this way," like if your response is "born this way," and I guess is "born this way" used as an argument in that, or is it just a pride?
I think
thing? Is it just a pride, like a sense of pride? Because
I
it's
would
like,
say,
you know what I mean?
like if I remember the mid 2000s,
Yeah.
I would say that would always be the first argument people would use, is that they didn't have a choice.
So we should accept people
I
because
think
it's
that was
something that they're born.
That
with.
was the
the premise.
progressive argument
Okay.
from well-meaning people.
And like you said, like we're saying, like maybe now it can transition from an argument because I think we're past the point of arguing that point.
Exactly.
We can say, but we can still say "born this way" as a pride thing.
Yeah.
Like
That's
you know
fair.
what I mean. Like it's not an argument against anybody. It's just something that's true. And
I think it's
people are born
actually.
this way.
I think you should be more proud if you weren't born that way.
Yeah, you
'Cause then
can. You can be.
Because then you worked for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like saying don't hate them because they can't help it. Whereas I don't think you should be hateful even if somebody chooses the lifestyle you might
Right.
identify with. Exactly. Dude, look at us. Killed it.
See,
Killed it.
That's
well said.
we did
Beautiful,
history.
Casey.
We did gay rights.
And we ain't even had breakfast yet. This is the first 60
Dude,
minutes.
You know what I love?
Yeah.
I love Pride, man.
Pride
Parades.
Yeah.
You see me.
The beautiful event.
You see me when we're at a regular bar and there's women there, versus
What do you mean?
when we're at a gay pride parade. I clean up, don't I?
Yeah, that's true.
They love me, man.
Gay men do love you.
That's why I'm working.
Many men
I'm working
love you.
towards that. Yeah.
You're working towards
Because I do not do well on that side at all.
So you're gonna. Is this all you're presenting all this because you're just trying to let us know that you're choosing to be gay?
Well, no, maybe like 5 years.
That's the
Yeah,
ultimatum
that's
you've
the
given
cutoff,
yourself. If
yeah.
I can't fuck in 5 years, or is there a certain amount you have
If
to
I don't
fuck?
have a wife by 2030,
Oh wait,
it's gay time, bro.
it's gay time.
Yeah.
Flip the switch.
Because when you remember I got that guy's number at Pride and how much he
Yeah.
loved me,
That guy was also sick in the head.
but he loved me.
Yeah, he loved
That was
you.
real love.
Yeah.
I felt like what
Was
I felt like what hot
Sorry.
women must feel like all the time.
Casey says, I'm not as straight as I thought I was as a young adult. I see a lot of beautiful people out there. Hell yeah. A lot of beautiful people, baby.
I don't understand gay men and I don't understand straight women. I say this all the time. How could you be exclusively attracted to men? It's grotesque. It's grotesque.
Men are gross.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
I didn't shower today. Imagine waking up and deciding you don't need to shower.
I think about that when you're on my furniture. You've never showered, I feel, and sat on a piece of my furniture.
In my life, I've never showered.
You drop like I don't even know what these are. These just fall off you.
I don't know what that is. I think that's... It looks like a tag. It's a piece of paper.
You always have pieces of paper crumbles falling off of you.
Because I always have my
Stop it.
hands in my pockets.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see. That's where it comes from. My attraction to men is not by choice. Oh, okay, he says. Well, Nick's is, and that's okay.
Well, maybe one day. Hopefully.
What do you mean, maybe one day?
I gotta get in the lab.
What do you mean get in the
You
lab?
can't just start liking dicks one day.
Why
They're
not? You're
very-
wasting time.
Very intimidating.
You're wasting time.
Okay, fine. You be gay. Talking all this shit. You don't even have it in you.
If I wanted to, I would have absolutely
You don't have that dog in you.
I have
You
so
do not
much.
have that dog
I
in
have
you.
so much more resolve than you.
You do not.
I have
No.
so much more resolve than you. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You'd be cooked.
Really?
Yeah. Plus, I don't even think the community likes you.
Your brother loves me.
Yeah.
Your brother and Jonathan are always groping me. It's nasty. Well, it's not. I don't know. It's like it's just low key assault. I know everyone just accepts because it's funny for some reason, but
That's great.
this combo is killing me, Mr. LMAO.
I would love to see you at a glory hole. You wouldn't know what to do.
I am not into that. Why you're telling someone you?
No, because you
It's
said
not a true measure
you
of
said
resolve.
you could be gay.
I said that if I wanted to do the same thing that you wanted to do, no matter what it was, I could do it easier, faster, and more adaptable than you could because I have more resolve. That's my point. Let's both get addicted to cigarettes and then try to quit cold turkey. See who can do it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
I can't
That
quit
just as
anything
a challenge.
cold turkey.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying.
but I'm not. I'm getting on to something new. I'm not quitting it. I think it's a different.
It's
a different part of your brain.
No, it's a lifestyle choice. It's a drastic lifestyle choice, I think.
All right, so let's get addicted to cigarettes.
Post the pic I sent, LOL. Okay, one second. It's funny, Casey on my Facebook Messenger is called Nick Brown's mom.
Ethan said, "I think sexuality is you becoming more comfortable in your own skin and doing what pleases you." That's beautifully put, Ethan.
Thank you, Ethan. Legend Ethan.
So we agree. Bato's not comfortable in his own skin.
I'm absolutely comfortable. What evidence is there that I'm not comfortable? Here, I'm bringing it up, Casey. Sorry for the wait. Go. I respect people's privacy. We have to transition. There we go.
That's a great pick.
This is a beautiful picture.
Well, I wish I'd fixed my hair first.
What do you mean? Your hair looks fantastic.
We look gay. We do. Who would look at that and say, "Oh, that must be two bros hanging out"?
Oh, this is an awesome
I think it'd be
day.
funny if that's where my shirt ends. Trans people will always. It's like a cliffhanger.
A cliffhanger. We'll always.
Will always what?
It will always. Ethan Frank says, "Until he dates an older woman, we will see." What, Nick? You mean? Or wait, who?
I think it's about you.
What do you mean, me?
Because
that I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I'm not happy
yeah.
until I. Mr. says trans people be. Oh my god, I'm wearing the same shirt. How crazy is that?
I'm
I
not.
have the thing here. Looks faded by the sun.
I'm actually
It's a
only
different one.
supportive 1 month out of the year.
The bottom. Yeah, you cut it. You cut it as soon as July
July
comes.
1st, man.
You don't even have these flags, these beads, these lays. This is an awesome picture. Casey, do you have a picture of your shirt from the day? What did it say about Ron? It was like F.U. Ron DeSanctis or something.
Something like that.
What did it say, Casey?
I think it said Meatball Ron.
Meatball Ron. Is that what it said? Meatball Ron.
Dude, you know what I hate? I was talking about this with someone today. I fucking hate cuddling.
Cuddling?
I hate cuddling. I want to get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that whenever... Yeah, it's pretty repulsing, huh?
I hate it so much.
I feel like, I think... DeSantis?
It said, "Don't say DeSantis."
Don't say DeSantis. Oh, I see. Yes, okay. Meatball Ron was a bar mister and says, "Don't say DeSantis, that was so sick." It's crazy that Sabato's wearing the same shirt, but Nick's the one who hasn't showered since the photo.
Why does it always end up?
Oh my god. Wait, what were we just saying? We were gonna say so.
Oh, cuddling.
cuddling.
It's
bro,
revolting.
I feel like I've never wanted to get away from a person more than when I'm so close to them.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah. So I saw this woman a few months ago, and after...
Gobi, get in here. It's Sunday night, baby. Gobi, Gobi, Gobi. Let's hustle. Welcome in, Gobi. Thank you so much for the raid. We're talking about cuddling. Let's hustle.
And after we finished our puzzle...
Wait, so you went over someone's house, a lover.
Yeah, we did a puzzle.
You did a puzzle.
And then after the puzzle, she was like, let's watch a movie. And I was like... In my head, I'm like, I just want to, like, check the scores, you know? Go on Twitter.
I want a moment.
Yeah.
Give me a moment.
No, I don't want a moment. I want to fucking leave.
A moment that lasts away.
Yeah. A moment that lasts the rest of the night and the foreseeable future. Yeah.
Spoon fan, welcome in. Gobi Raid. Look at those beautiful emotes. The baby bottom pops look fantastic on you guys. Thank you guys. Blazing Horse says, we were doing ogre ousting and we were so close to beating normal, but they really make you need 3 or 4 people. No, oh man. Dude, let me know next time. We'll get a party together. We'll have an ogre ousting party. I haven't done that either. We gotta the legends are incoming. We'll all hook up for that.
You know another thing?
Cuddling.
If they make you feel like they're offended if you put your clothes back on afterwards. What's the big... How is that offensive? She's like, why are you in such a rush? I'm not necessarily in a rush.
Yeah.
This act doesn't show I'm in a rush.
Right.
This act is a show that I just want my fucking clothes back on. What is offensive about that?
I don't know.
And frankly, I feel like my boundaries should extend to that, where she should not give me grief for
people
that.
shouldn't. Yeah, no, I think that's very valid. People shouldn't
Yeah.
police you. If you want to be clothed, you want to be clothed.
That's why I've never seen her again. Well,
Well,
you never know.
have you seen her since then? No.
This is why I need
Wait,
to be
what
gay.
was the movie? Did you watch a movie?
Yeah, the Christmas movie with Dave Harbour.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned this.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Christmas movie with
Trash
David
ass.
Harbour.
but it wasn't around Christmas. It hasn't been 10 months.
That's nuts.
It has. That movie existed after Christmas.
Right.
It was actually, I think it was last night, actually.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Blazing Horse says next Sunday we plan to do it again. If you're free next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will try, Gobi. I'll shoot you a message. I might be getting some stuff ready for NickyBato, but perhaps. I will definitely keep that in mind. Thank you, Gobi. I will try my best. I can maybe at least get one round, 1 or 2 rounds in. Hell yeah, man. OMG, this is why I need to be gay. I love that. I find out more about Nick's love life here than in all the time we hang out. Okay, see?
I hate being intimate with anyone. I have a physical on Wednesday. I'm so stressed about that.
You have a physical.
Because that guy's gonna get mad if I don't take my clothes off.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I put them back on right away.
You put it back on.
Or if I don't cuddle with him. You know what? My doc actually is good looking. He looks like the dad from Twilight.
What does that guy look like? Let me see. I'll Google it. Let's get Big Cam going for a sec. Twilight dad. This guy?
No, the dad of the vampires. That guy.
This guy.
Yeah, that looks like my doctor.
Carlisle.
That's why I'm so
Cullen.
excited to like finally take care of my health.
I see.
I just want to keep it going back.
Oh my god.
I used to be so afraid of doctor.
This is
Now
your
I
doctor?
schedule like 8 a.m. appointments.
And they're all at, only when the moon is shining,
Yeah.
and you can never in daytime. Ethan says, I told my mom I broke up with my girlfriend just so she won't meet her.
You know, Ethan's dating a MILF and who takes him on like $500 dinner dates.
Yeah.
And he said, she said, I love you, and he said, thanks.
Ethan.
Ethan, why don't you want them to meet? Because they're
Yeah,
the same age.
Casey brings up a good. Mistron says Charlie. Is that this guy's name? And then Blazagora said, "Yeah, that's a poll. Then I slam my meat in that." Wait, what? What's going on here? Damn. Oh my gosh! I thought you meant this guy. This is your doctor.
He wouldn't move me. No.
Charlie. Charlie is Bella's dad. I see this guy. This guy doesn't move you.
I think if I was
What
ever...
about with this hair?
No, I think if I was ever going to go for men, they'd have to look as feminine as possible.
What about him here?
No, it's too manly. It's too much.
What about him here?
No.
We're just gonna keep.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't have the juice.
What? He's a good loin guy. I would tap Vampire Dad. Ethan says she doesn't want to meet her, and I agree it would be weird. Oh, your girlfriend doesn't want to meet your mom. It's coming from her? What is the...
I don't think it's weird.
What is
They have so much to talk about.
And relate, dude. Well, from a relatability standpoint alone, yeah. Wait, Ethan. So
They could talk about what it was like during the Vietnam War.
back when movies had no sound,
Yeah.
they used to listen to programs on the radio every night. And they could talk about how much they both love you in a motherly way.
That would be.
That's crazy.
That'd be weird.
Blazing Horse says, I wouldn't want to meet my mom either. Whoa! Whoa now. Are you saying if you were in Ethan's girlfriend's position, or you just personally wouldn't want to meet your mom? Oh, man, dude. What's the whole thing where one of these guys... Isn't there a whole thing in Twilight where one of these kids is Wolfman, and they're like, don't imprint on the... Or he imprints on a little...
Imprints on a child. Like a newborn baby.
Like a little baby.
A newborn baby, yeah.
What does that mean?
It was very bizarre.
What does
And
that
then,
mean, imprint?
like,
He's grooming her?
That's basically what it means. And they, like... they try to frame it like he's, like, imprinting in, like, a mentor way. But then he says to the guy whose baby it is, should I just start calling you bro now? Like, you're my brother. No. Should I start calling you... Dad or something. Yeah, something that would imply that him and the baby are going to eventually get married.
What?
It's so weird, and then they just kind of let it go. It's never really brought up again. You know what? I kind of fuck with the Twilight movies. I don't really like the Harry Potter movies. I like the Twilight movies. But the person who wrote it is like some Mormon freak.
The person that wrote the Twilight movies?
Yeah.
Do you have to be a weirdo to write one of these? Is that the criteria? You have to or a nasty person? I don't know. Is this person nasty?
Hate one group of people.
Yeah,
that's
like
how you
J.K.
get that
Rowling,
juice.
like,
yeah.
Wait, so what is this person that wrote the Twilight movies?
They hate sex because they're Mormon.
They hate sex.
They hate independent women. Stephanie Meyer.
Is there a spot where her name is up? Well, maybe we could get to her Wikipedia here.
She went to BYU. You can't trust people with that. They always, I don't know if it's wrong to just shit on Mormons like this, but they always marry off the women at like 20 to be child breeders. Child birthers, not breeders.
Child breeders.
No, they're seriously like,
wait,
their women are destined just to become birthers.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's their role. And BYU pushes it, right? This is the
BYU doesn't let you have sex.
How do they police that?
I don't know. But if they catch you, there's one guy who goes around listening on doors.
Checking. Christian Pancho Meyer in Arizona when they were both children, and then they both went to Brigham Young. So let's see, is there a section where she gets into
views? Do views.
Okay.
Religion. Talk about her. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, I don't know. Do Mormons believe in Jesus? I don't know any of these.
This is it. This is Mormons, right?
Okay,
Jesus
yeah.
of the Latter-day Saints. You can't drink.
Mormons are the
coffee.
ones who knock on your door, right?
That's Jehovah's Witness, right?
Yeah.
But those could be Mormons too.
Could they?
No.
So try to figure this out. You know how like every rectangle is a square, but not every square is a rectangle? Is that like
Yeah.
with Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses? I'm a Mormon's witness.
Madrogo said Steven Hillenburg wrote Twilight. Isn't that the guy that made SpongeBob? Oh my god. Yeah, in the book they say it's a life pact that binds them for life. Oh my god.
Oh, she loves Mormonism. Look at her. She says it's the most significant impact on her life.
Where
In the second paragraph.
Holy cannoli. Madrogo says the first Sherlock Holmes book has a whole anti-Mormon chapter. Really? That's
Cooked.
They both do. Mormons also go door to door. Well, we just said Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses are like the square rectangle thing, you know?
Yeah.
What's Austin Land?
I would love
Is that
to know.
Jane Austen Land?
Yeah. I would love to know what she means by some modern feminists contradict the message of equality for women by limiting or shaming certain women's choices. Oh, she's saying if you criticize stay-at-home moms, which of course nobody does. But she just made up an argument in her head.
God bless her. Yeah, she stated that women who choose to stay home or have children are particularly criticized. By whom?
By no one.
By
Just no
whom?
one. However, Meyer has been criticized by feminists who consider Meyer an anti-feminist. They say that the series romanticizes a physically abusive relationship. I didn't get that from the movies, which I think is the important part. But maybe in the books he was beating her. I don't know. The rest of that is fair. But you know what? I really like Rob Pattinson, so that's kind of why I was Team Edward.
He's a really nice
Yeah.
guy. I like, too, how he plays Final Fantasy and...
You should watch them. They're really good movies.
It's crazy I've never seen him.
I think so it's like two men, basically the essential theme of the movie is two men are both in love with this one woman and she's only in love with one of them.
Does the werewolf come in the first
werewolf
movie?
is he's like a fake love interest for her. Like they definitely flirt and have moments, but she
Is that
really
all in the first movie
he's in it? He's not a werewolf in the first one.
How does he turn into a werewolf?
He's like his tribe is like werewolves. I think you just grow into it.
Oh, he's in the first movie.
He's in the first movie. He's not a werewolf though.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Team Edward, Team Jacob.
It's crazy. He's in dude. I'm Team Cedric. He's also in Harry Potter, man. Right?
He is in Harry Potter, dude. I was gonna say, I think these movies have the Dark Knight problem,
Okay.
and the Dark Knight problem is, I just don't buy that Maggie Gyllenhaal's worth all this, and I think Twilight has the same problem. You know what I mean? It's. It's two guys fighting life or death situations for Kristen Stewart. I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
We kind of hinted at it at the end of the last episode, right? Didn't we? Didn't you say?
I would have tapped out after movie one. I'm like, you know what? She's yours, bro.
Yeah. Like that's what I said. You don't have any resolve. No, but Madrone and I also said this at the end of the last episode. Remember we were talking about? I said, who was fighting over Helena Troy? You know what I mean? They started a war over her. A war. A guy sold out his whole family and nation state over Helena Troy.
Do we know what she looks like?
A Greek girl before showers.
Didn't Madrone date it?
Sorry. Hi, Nick and Bato. Tuna, welcome in. Nick, always with the based opinion.
Madrone met Helen, right? Helen of Troy.
Wait, what?
Because Madrone lived in Troy, remember?
Oh, yeah. Madrone went on a Tinder date with Helen of Troy.
Wait, do we have historical records of what Helen of Troy looks like?
I don't
Maybe
think...
she was bad. Maybe she was bad.
Fake bad, I'm sure. Helen of Troy.
If she's like a busty pog, you would start a war. Look it.
Okay.
She's not bad.
Helen of
She's the girl on the
Sparta.
base.
The reason I was like looking at it for a second was the daughter of Zeus. So she was married. No, Ethan. Ethan's gifting out a sub to Crucy G. Hell yeah, Ethan! Thank you so much, dude. Ethan's running the leaderboard, man. Thank you so much, Gmo. You got a new tier 1 sub refreshed. Thank you so much, Ethan. You're a legend. Everybody give it up for Ethan. Oh my God, Ethan, thank you so much. Dude, Ethan is a legend. He's going around making sure people have badges. Badges, baby. Dude,
It says she's related to Phoebe Bridgers.
and Hermione. They're meddling with the timelines here. They're making her go to wizard school, and she was abducted by Paris Hilton of Troy.
Did we talk about last week? You know names? We should start saying of. We should start saying of again.
We should start saying
Like
of
instead
again.
of Nick Brown, I should be Nick of Poughkeepsie.
Because that gets rid of the last name problem.
Yeah.
It gets rid of the last name.
No, because you still have to belong to a name, though.
Nick of Poughkeepsie. Wherever you were born.
I wouldn't say Nick of Family Brown. Or House
Nick
Brown.
of House Brown. But that doesn't get rid of the
doesn't
last
get rid of the name,
thing.
yeah.
And that actually perpetuates
You should say
it.
Nick of and then your entire home address.
Yeah.
That should be how you introduce yourself to everyone.
Verdoga says I'm banning Geronimo, Crucy G. He can buy his own. Ethan says we have to protect Emma Watson. Are you saying that as like a like that's the statement you're making right now, or you're saying like as like are you doing the bit from that This Is the End? We have to protect.
Yeah,
Emma
what is
Watson.
the angle? I don't feel too strongly about her either way.
And Hermione was the daughter of Menelaus and his king of Sparta and his wife Helen of Troy. This is before Paris abducted
You know what
her.
they did that too? They did that with Jackie Kennedy.
This is the end. Ethan says legend. That's funny. Jackie
They
Kennedy,
always talk
what?
about like how could JFK cheat on Jackie? She's so beautiful. You look up, it looks like she eats glass. She's
She eats glass? Oh my God. You're absolutely right, though. One of the most homely women I've ever seen.
like okay. Of course,
Bro.
of course, no one deserves to be cheated on. But
No.
if you had the opportunity to bang Marilyn Monroe, but Jackie Kennedy's in the way, come on, are you serious? That's why everyone should have a list
A
of
list?
people they're allowed to cheat on their spouse with.
Is this
each
something
have a
you
list.
agree with?
You agree, yeah. Because
Is
anyone
that
in
a
that
thing
day,
people do?
anyone in that day would have had Marilyn Monroe on it. Who is that now? Okay, say you have a wife of 10 years, and then Shakira hits you up. How quickly do you not love your wife anymore?
I feel like it's I feel like it's whenever men talk about like polyamory or something, we all feel like we're Derek Jeter, you know? I don't think anyone I feel like if you and your
If I
partner
did-
agreed on to be in an open relationship, I would be jerking off. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I would be out getting some. I'd be happy.
Oh, she'd be running up the score.
Absolutely, yeah. It would be like a cartoon basketball score, like 100-0. Like I wouldn't be screwing anyone, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like I don't care. Like if my partner and I are in an open relationship, yes, screw whoever you want. But I'm just saying, I think men in general think that when they enter a monogamous relationship, that's the thing that's keeping them from fucking. And it's
Oh,
like,
I
no,
get what you're saying,
it's
yeah,
you,
like-
dude.
yeah.
Like no one wants to fuck you. You're kind of like ugly
I would-
and drink too much.
Yeah. Thanks. I said this all the time. An open relationship would be so sick, even if I'm not getting anything at all.
Sure.
The amount of like, I feel like there's just more trust and respect in that.
Yeah.
Than a couple of monogamous weirdos who are always worried the other's gonna cheat on the other.
Sure.
Like,
if there's that insecurity,
yeah.
that
Like, if my wife came home at like 1 a.m., I'd be like, yo, tell me about all the dicks you sucked. It would be so fun. You don't think? The Nets won, baby. Tell me about your night. That would be sick.
well,
As long as you're honest with each other, it's like what Kanye said. Deception is the only felony. So never fuck nobody without telling me.
that's true.
That would be amazing,
That's true.
right?
We need to be honest.
Yeah.
It needs to be honest.
Heard you fucked the doorman. Well, that's cool. I fucked the waitress.
Yeah.
He was spitting back then.
Way ahead of the time.
That's Ethan. That's what I'm saying. Most swingers have the greatest trust in each other.
Yes.
Because they're not fucking Christian weirdos worried about the sanctity of marriage.
They're usually invoked.
I'll be honest. I just don't even think it's realistic. Let's say you get married at 25 and you live to 80. You're banging one person for 55 years?
Yeah, I mean...
No, I'm sorry. I wouldn't blame anyone for cheating a few times if you're stuck with one person for 5 decades.
I'm sorry, Ethan, I got you. Yeah. It gets a little still. They always, I mean, maybe a dated saying or whatever, but they always say for every bad bitch, there's one guy who's tired of fucking her. Isn't that like it's probably a little dated?
That's why I think
that goes for anyone.
An openness would keep it fresh.
An openness in the relationship. And an openness about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know how people are...
But I want to tell men who are entering an open relationship, you are not going to do a lot of fucking.
No, you're losing.
You are not going to lose.
You're losing 100%.
So if you are insecure about that, don't put yourself in that situation because she's going to do a lot more fucking than you.
I feel like I wouldn't be insecure about what she's doing. I would be insecure about what I'm not doing. I would be
well, that's the thing is that you can't. I think you can't feel that way. I don't think you should feel that way. You shouldn't feel insecure about that. But like if you are not prepared, you're going to be upset.
Yeah. You know how, okay, this might sound crazy. You could tell me if I'm wrong.
You know
how straight people act like getting cheated on is like getting shot in the head? Like, they talk about it like it's, like, synonymous with horrible, horrible things. You know what? I see, like, absolute, like, statements like, there's no reason to ever cheat on someone. It's the worst thing you can do. I'm like, I don't know. I think every situation is different. I think there's some people who should not be married and are together for stupid reasons and also aren't forward-thinking enough to even suggest that they have other partners.
Right.
If one of them cheats, I really don't fucking care. You know what I mean?
I think, though, that I think it's damaging to the person that is cheating. Is this a crazy take?
So they're the victim.
Because if they're getting stuck in a loop of cheating without moving on, then it's harmful to them, you know? And I feel like maybe I think that there are insecure people that look at cheating as so bad because they're like, oh, my partner shouldn't be fucking someone else. And when really, we should be focused on the deception. You need to just say it.
Yes.
Be honest about it. That's what you need to be. Be honest about it. Because it's better for everyone. Like, yeah.
I don't think I wouldn't. What would I think it would bother me more if they just had a really nice time together and then didn't bang.
It's because that's the emotional cheating.
Yeah.
You know what?
No, I would just be like, why didn't you seal the deal?
Yeah. You'd be like,
what
with your dick in your hand, like, what the fuck? Okay, someone cheated on you. Would you break up with them on the principle of deception? Or would you be so interested in the details of them screwing someone else that you would let one or two slide and keep it moving with the promise that there would be more fucking like that.
Definitely the latter.
But then you would have to hear about it. You would have to hear about it,
Yeah.
and then it'd be like 3 strikes, you're out. If you don't tell me about this one more time, I'm gonna find someone else to cheat on me. Is that it?
Yeah.
Because I
It'd be
think
the
there is
latter,
something
yeah,
to be
yeah.
it. The deception thing
There's
is
something to be
important.
said if you cheat and come clean right away. That's like, all right, whatever.
Madrogo says, sent you a DM on Twitch with some real insight into this problem. Okay. Let's go. Let's see. Here we go. Opening it up now, Madrogo. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay. Should we be putting this on the screen, Madrogo? This is... Okay. Okay.
What is it?
It's exactly what it says. It's Stan Twitter. It says Jackie Kennedy growling. What the hell? Oh my god. Oh, sorry. Here, put this up. I'm so sorry.
That's really...
This is crazy. Hope this helps. Thank you, Madrogo, for...
You buy it though, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Oh. Listening intently to growling. Oh my god. I put it on, it's like feral. Oh my god. Oh god, get it out of here, get it out of here. Thank god it's over. That is ridiculous, Madrogo. Brigham Young sounds like Brigham Young, doesn't it?
Okay. That's probably what they mean. Dude, should we rank religions? No, I'm just kidding.
Guy who never wanted to do a tier list. We should do a
We're
religion
ranking the
tier.
religions.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna start with Abrahamics first. Clear worst.
I'm a big like Greek god guy. At least
Greek
that shit's
god.
At least that shit's cool.
If
you
it's
know what I
cool,
mean? If it's cool, I
yeah.
can believe it.
What do you think's cooler, the Greek gods or the Norse gods?
I don't know the difference. I think they're the same.
Well, which one do you like better?
The Greeks, maybe.
The
I like Zeus. I like the guy with the lightning bolt.
lightning bolts. I think we have him up. Let's bring up Zeus. Zeus, you guys ever heard of him?
Dude, does lightning come from the ground or the sky? I remember as a kid, my aunt always used to tell me it comes from the ground. Does it? Or is it just like it appears there?
Does lightning come from the sky or the ground?
No, seriously.
Let's find out what Zeus did. Oh my god. Comes from Zeus, dumbass. That's what we're getting. Oh my god, this is
For
so
some reason, my
funny.
aunt as a kid, I don't know if it was an elaborate bit or not, but she always told me lightning comes from the ground and goes up.
All right, forget Zeus.
Yeah.
And I looked up Zeus. I wanted to say the Greek god, not your friend's annoying dog. What's up with people doing that? They
Naming
name
them
their
Zeus?
They name their kid. They're not kids. Maybe kids.
They should name their kids
Maybe
Zeus.
they named their
Maybe
dogs
grow up to
after
be something.
after all Greek mythology.
Yeah.
People. Just to make up. Give it a dog. Just needs a name like Lucy.
I'd name my dog after NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah, like
I'd get
Brock.
a bunch of dogs, yeah.
A bunch of dogs.
Name them quarterbacks.
Lightning. Electrostatic discharges through the atmosphere between two electrically charged regions, either both in the atmosphere or with one in the atmosphere and one on the ground. Whoa. An average of 1 gigajoule.
See, no one has a straight answer.
No.
Because nobody knows what lightning is. We still haven't figured it out.
Exactly. It's like a volcanic eruption. There's volcanic lightning.
You know, I read a cracked article in 2009 that said we still don't understand how bicycles work. So
No,
I don't know,
wait, what?
I don't know if that's dated or not. If we figured
Where
it out
would
in the
this article
14
have
years since.
We don't know where bicycles work.
Like they get it, but they don't understand how people stay balanced on them. I don't know. I don't work for Cracked.
Is that like how the bumblebee flies thing?
Yeah, like that.
They don't know how bicycles stay.
Do they not know how bumblebees fly?
They have that. It's like that whole thing you see on like little wooden plaques at Cracker Barrel or something.
Oh.
Like it says like science doesn't know why a bumblebee flies because the size of its wings and how much it weighs shouldn't be able to pick it up.
That's like bicycles.
They're like, but the bumblebee doesn't know it, so they fly anyway.
That's profound.
Crazy.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So that's us with bikes.
That's us with bikes. We don't know how people bike, man.
First of all, you gotta find out where lightning comes from.
It comes. I think it was saying like it can either be two things in the clouds or one on the cloud and one in the ground.
Where is the ground? I don't understand. Like it comes out of concrete.
I don't. Yeah, we're doing like real research on this now. Here it says, the three main kinds of lightning are distinguished by where they occur, either inside the cloud, intra-cloud,
Okay.
between two clouds, or between a cloud and the ground, which case is referred to as a lightning strike. Oh, let's look at this. Cumulonimbus cloud. So they start in the cloud and terminate on the ground.
So the
Cloud to ground lightning.
It's top to bottom.
They can do ground to cloud lightning.
Fucking ant was full of shit.
It says that they are less common.
But it happens. Okay,
It happens.
She can live.
She can live. Oh my god, it's that thing in France.
Wouldn't it be sick to be struck by lightning?
Yeah.
What would you rather have? Get struck by lightning or have a curable cancer?
Struck by lightning or curable cancer? You're gonna survive both, you're
Survive
saying?
both, yeah. Definitely rather get struck by lightning.
I don't know.
That would be
because
such a rush.
I feel like when you have cancer, if you have curable cancer, people sympathize with you so much. And lightning strike, a lot of people that get struck by lightning end up paralyzed temporarily for a while, and people have to like take care of you.
That would be awesome.
It would be awesome, but people wouldn't love you as much as a
They
cancer
wouldn't love
patient.
you as-
Yeah, they would sympathize more. They would feel bad for you more if you had cancer, you know? Part of the show of being super slow-mo lightning strike. Let's click it, Mr. Rune. Super duper slow. Super hot. Whoa, 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 whoa. People would think God hates you if you got struck by lightning. Exactly. Yeah, there's but if you get cancer, people would think God loves you but is trying to challenge you. That's what all the fanatics would think. What are you guys in chat? Exactly. Yep. Dude, I think I'd go cancer, actually.
Really? I feel like it would be...
Like, people... Alright, okay. Go ahead.
Actually, I'd rather have cancer. Because I compare what happened to me 2 weeks ago. That's basically like getting struck by lightning.
What do you mean it happened? Oh.
When I fell.
When you fell.
And people
well, the thing is that
caring
if you get struck by lightning... People would just, like Madro say, people would think God hates you. People would think you're a natural born loser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll think you're the most unlucky
they wouldn't
guy.
care at all.
They don't.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about how lucky it is to be struck by lightning. They're thinking how unlucky it is to be struck by lightning.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So they're just like, oh, this numbnuts over here got
And you
struck by lightning.
There's for some reason there's no phrase. You know when you beat cancer, you can't say I beat the lightning.
I beat the lightning.
Nobody
Yeah,
says
you
it.
obviously
You sound like
did
a
it.
weirdo.
It
Yeah.
hit you, and you were blind and paralyzed for months, and everyone felt like you were a burden.
It's also like, why were you outdoors in a storm, idiot?
Yeah, why were you
knew
golfing?
it was lightning?
Mr. says, I'd rather get struck by lightning. Chemo seems like a real drag. I'd rather get it over with. I'd rather get it. Okay, well, you're going. I think you're short term. That's a short term thinking. I think there's more reward to having a curable cancer. There's more reward.
I think chemo should be afraid of me.
D-Card says you're a deadbeat if you get hit by lightning. Just stay inside. LOL. Just stay inside. Simple.
Is it true you're safe in your car during a lightning storm?
Oh yeah,
That's
so
what
I know
everyone
someone
says.
that I actually know someone that got struck by lightning in the car, and they said that it. Or so your face looks crazy. What are you
Charles
reading?
said something.
Okay.
No, you keep finish your thought first.
Someone got struck by lightning in a car. Someone I know, and they said it came down like a web over there. Like the windows were closed, everything, and it just went to the rubber tires on that were the car's
But
grounded.
they
The
didn't
car's
get
they
hurt
didn't
by
get hit at all.
That's sick.
Crazy. All right, let's go ahead and read Madrogo's message.
Said Nick loves Greek mythology way more than Norse. He used to text me all the time about the creation of the Minotaur. It's he links the cow statues and asks if I thought we could both fit inside. What do you mean? Cow statues?
Like Rob Schneider in The Animal when he's in that. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Dude, you know how we don't have Halloween costumes yet? We could do a Minotaur.
So everything Madrone said is true.
Yeah.
That's why he only likes the new God of War. Wait, the opposite of what I said. He hates the new ones. You're crazy, boy, Dylan.
I do hate the new ones. I'm a
You
bit
do
of a
hate he does hate the new
traditionalist. Yeah.
ones. He does hate the new ones. That's the whole thing. The new God of War is all the Norse gods.
I just don't like violence.
Violence is bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. Hyper violence is bad.
Yeah, it's too much.
What about hypo violence?
What's that?
It's like hypo, the opposite of hyper, right? So we should
Subdued violence?
little violence.
Yeah.
Violence to the
I
point
like
of
to
it's
pick and
almost
choose.
minuscule.
I like to
minuscule.
pick and choose my violence. I don't really like a game where I'm just cutting people up the whole time.
So
It
you don't-
bums me out.
It's bad.
You know what I'd like? I'd like a game where you like go to like a drive-through and get an iced tea. Something
They
pleasant.
should make a
They
game
should
like
make a
that.
game like that.
You get an iced tea.
All games are just too much killing.
Too much.
Yeah.
We
What
get
about
rid of
happened
it.
to-
The only killing in a game should just be when you kill Ganondorf at the end
Yeah.
of some Zeldas.
You're right.
That's it.
What happened to puzzle games? What happened to Pac-Man? Remember we had a great day playing Pac-Man?
We did have fun.
Oh my
playing
God.
Pac-Man. That's a great thing. Soda Drinker Pro. Microaggressions. Light violence. Oh, Casey, I'm going to pull this video up. Or this photo up. I'm so sorry I did it before. What is the
Dylan said Zelda's a puzzle game, which I disagree. The new ones are not puzzle games. The new ones are little puzzle games. Zelda used to be a big puzzle, and now the new ones are just little puzzles. I like
What do you
when
mean
it's a
Zelda
big
used to be a
puzzle.
big puzzle?
They used
What do
to
you
have
mean?
dungeons where the dungeons had little puzzles, but they made up a bigger puzzle.
You don't think that
Where the
like
shrines don't do that anymore. They're all just individual puzzles. I
Well,
don't
they're-
like the new Zelda game. We don't have to
that?
get into this. I've stated my opinion on this already. And you know, I think in 5 years people will agree with me.
In 5
There's
years,
a lot of stuff I've been ahead on.
that's when people will agree
Yeah.
with you. Okay. Here, I'm gonna pull up the Casey shirt. Sorry it took so long, Casey. What else we got? Real talk, if you're looking for puzzle games, Outer Wilds is a life-changing
There we go.
game.
Is there any killing?
Just do a puzzle then, Dylan says. Look at this fantastic photo. Don't say DeSanctus. That was the shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, and now we got the cliffhanger.
Oh,
Exists.
yeah. You
What are they,
spoiled
ghosts?
it.
Trans
Oh,
people
it's-
truther.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to post it. That's for when you ask for what the shirt said. Yeah, thank you so much, Casey. We're gonna post it. Unless you don't ever want to be on the internet.
Trans people be existed.
We got.
I feel like this, and I
Nice
haven't.
one, Mr.
I haven't
Yeah,
maybe
full
thought it.
circle.
Maybe I haven't thought it through yet. But this will be like this shirt will age like preferred pronouns and born this way. Like there will be. I don't have the foresight to think of why.
The next
but they'll be like,
NickyBato will be like, look at this
they'll be like
bigot.
in 2 years they'll be like trans people will always exist. It's a concession argument. And I'll be like, oh fuck, it is. Because I used to wear a MAGA shirt that said, no, I used to wear a MAGA shirt that said, "Immigrants make America great." And I was like 21 when I got it, and I thought it was a really cool shirt. And then someone explained to me that it just looks like I'm wearing a MAGA shirt because no one's like reading it, and also you shouldn't like the value of a person shouldn't determine like their contribution to America shouldn't determine their right to be in America. And I hadn't thought about that. I just thought it was antithetical to what Trump was saying. And then when they told me that, and I just changed it to a pajama shirt, I never wore in public again. I was so proud of it, though.
I just put on my Cookie Monster pants. And... Damn, that is crazy. That's like I have
because I was in college classrooms where you have a desk, and I don't think people could see the shirt, but they could see that it was a MAGA design. Yeah. So then I just I just look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's tough. That's like I have a shirt I can't wear anymore. It was one of those like Andrew Callahan Channel 5 shirts. Yeah. And it's like one of the only. It was like I switched shirt sizes. I put on a little weight and I needed XL shirts, and then it was one of the only XL shirts I had. I just throw it away. You can't sell it or donate it. I'm not going to perpetuate the sex pest brand. Right. I don't know.
I have a shirt I can't wear anymore.
What is it?
I had to change my oil once on the side of the road, so I used it to wipe the dipstick, and I can't wear it anymore. Oil all over. Not for an ideological reason, just because there's a gross oil stain.
Dirty.
Yeah. What's the dumbest belief you used to have that you don't have anymore?
The dumbest belief? Do you mean like something that is like clearly a myth, like a made up
or like
fantasy thing, or like a political
belief.
Stance?
A political stance, maybe.
I
feel like I had a million, but I can't think of any right now. We could table it for next time. We could think of more stuff.
Let's get a list.
I have a ton.
Tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a ton.
We'll do it next time.
Yeah.
I want to be...
Because I feel like I used to be such an idiot.
I feel... Yeah. I know you... I feel like I've done nothing but get more and more.
It's stuff you used to passionately defend. You look back and you're like, oh my
You're like,
God.
I'm so glad I moved on from it. It's like, yeah, I know what you mean. But it shows we grew. That's growth.
Yeah, someone... Like, I used to be someone who would say, like, this is just an example I thought of, who I would be like, the police don't treat white people this way, the way they treat black people. And obviously that's not true. The police are terrible to everyone.
Yeah.
Like, and, maybe the statistics are black people interact with police more because they target them more. But, like, police will beat the shit out of anyone and kill anyone. And I feel like that was the better argument, that you should say, like... Yeah, everyone should hate the police. You know what I mean? Yeah. You shouldn't be like. I think a lot of. I think when talking about police, a lot of white people do this weird thing where they act like they're grateful for how the police treat them instead of being like I'm just as mad as you are. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I saw this video where the police were fighting with like a bridal party, and he took the white woman, and slammed her head on the concrete. And the response by another white person was, if she was black, he would have shot her. And I'm like, what do you like? So she should be grateful for getting her head slammed on the pavement. Oh, it's such a self-defeating argument. Yeah. Because then it's like, oh well, they didn't. In this instance, they didn't do anything that bad. Is that the stupid shirt?
That's the MAGA shirt. That's the MAGA shirt. Let's see. I'm pulling it up now. Here comes the MAGA shirt. I see what you mean, though. Yeah. Before we get on to... Well, I guess we'll show everybody the type of guy who would believe such a thing.
Stupid thing. Look at how proud I am to have that shirt. And you know what someone said? An argument I didn't really buy. Someone was like, it's so traumatizing for people to see MAGA shirts, and when they see yours, before they read it, they still have that trauma response for a second. And I'm like, okay, that's, I don't know.
Get over
That's
it.
kind of a reach.
Yeah. I guess,
Dude, I used to rock the black hat, though.
you did used to rock the black hat.
Someone was talking about 90 trends the other day, and they were talking about long sleeves under short sleeves. I didn't know that was a 90s trend. That seems like a 2020s trend
That
to
seems
me.
like good style.
Yeah.
We call it fashion sense.
Yeah.
But, sorry, I was pulling up the pictures. You were saying the,
I just feel like when you come from a place of pity instead of solidarity, you're fucking useless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You shouldn't say the police should brutalize us all at the level
Right.
that they brutalize white people.
Yeah.
You should say we need to get rid of these pigs, and I am with you until we do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't like this, liberals do it a lot, where it's like they just pity other groups. You know what I mean? They're not really with them.
It's the difference between being nice and being kind.
Yeah.
There's no
But
real meaning. It's all very empty.
You know the whole thing? You know the metaphor with the hole, where it's like sympathy is when you see someone in a hole and they have no way out, and sympathy is when you say, really sucks that you're in that hole. And empathy is when you're in the hole with them.
Yeah.
And you both want to get out.
Yeah. Yeah. Madruga says that's the Joe Goldberg hat. Jonathan Taylor Thomas on Home Improvement was always wearing MAGA shirts. No, I'm joking. He had long sleeves under short sleeves. So was Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah, that's true.
I never watched that show.
Hey, you're not the boss of me now.
I don't know the reference.
That's funny. But I guess mine would be, I used to be super pro-life instead of I'm pro-choice now, but it didn't come from a place of oh, these people are, it wasn't a thing that I wasn't thinking that people who were making the decision were bad. I just really was like, I was in that environment my whole life, raised to be Catholic, and also to be taught that like a life starts here. And to me, I was like, well, I guess there's no question of this thing turning into a human life. So it is, you could buy that this is a life. And I felt really upset that a life would be extinguished. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the place I came from. And I kind of understand it with more nuance. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this happened in like the past couple months. I'm saying that, you know, when I was a kid, I was sort of like,
but I think a lot of the pro-lifers, their intentions are dishonest. A lot of these people just fucking hate women and the idea that a woman should be punished for having sex.
Exactly, and that's why.
I can see where you would have been coming from, because to me, a fetus and a baby are two distinct things, is a much more concrete argument than the circumstances of a pregnancy should determine whether you can kill a baby. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So if you're someone who really believes that these that fetuses are babies, if you think you're wrong, but I think if you think they are the same thing in your head, I can understand why you would say there's no exceptions. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because in your mind, and I think there are a lot of people who do think that they are babies. That's why I also think people kind of make the wrong argument on abortion too, because they're not the same fucking thing. Do you know what I mean? Like a parasite that's dependent on you to live is not the same as a baby that's out in the world. It's not the fuck, especially if it's in the first trimester. It's not even close to a fucking baby. So I think I guess I understand the people who would be appalled at exceptions in laws. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like exceptions for rape or incest, because I would understand if they literally think that that's a baby, then there should be no exceptions.
Right. Yeah.
That makes sense to me in a logical train of thought.
Right.
But they're obviously wrong, and anyone who finds out they're pregnant should have the option to terminate it at any point. But I can follow that train of logic.
Yeah.
For sure.
Exactly, because it doesn't come from. Yeah, it's
Got heavy.
sorry. What?
It got
Got
heavy.
heavy. Yeah, it got heavy in here.
I actually support abortion up to 2 years after it's born.
2 years
Yeah.
after it's born.
If you don't
not
have
like
okay,
not like the 9 month gestation period
if you
and
don't
the
have
year and
memories
3 months.
yet, what was lost? You don't have memories. You're barely living. It's like killing a goldfish.
So why don't we start circumcising all the kids too now?
It's
Maybe we should pro that.
Oh,
No.
that I could. We'll have a talk with my parents about that. What the hell? What would you do that for?
Sabato texted me all that verbatim one time when I was on my way to his house. What do you mean? Madriga's coming with the craziest chat. Chat gets very quiet and respectful during the thorny subjects. I thought you were saying horny. Thorny.
Okay.
I think it was
Hear me out.
misunderstood too, and that pro-choice was thought of as pro-abortion, and maybe some people it is.
I also
But-
I don't think I think it is. I don't think there's anything wrong with being pro-abortion. But I think there's also pro-choice needs to go the other way. I think a woman who is pregnant and wants the kid but doesn't see a feasible financial route where she could raise it, that is also an area of pro-choice. Like, we should have systems in place that anyone who wants a baby can have one and know that it would be fed and cared for in its adolescence and childhood. What was I gonna say? So anyway, up to 2 years. If it hasn't
If it hasn't wowed you,
if
get
it
rid
hasn't
of it.
accomplished anything and it has no memories, I think you can go by the vibe check and say, I want a different one. I'll try it again.
Just brain the baby and call it a macaroni. What the Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Well, that was a beautiful 2 hours.
We talked about you talked about how much you hate gay people and women having choices.
And you were the
And I
antithesis
pushed
to that.
back slightly.
That's what we call an episode of NickyBato.
Yeah.
Right? All right, we are going to call it there. Everybody, thank you guys for coming. Have a beautiful night. Have a beautiful night.
Wait.
Keep this image in your head.
We
Oh,
got one more comment.
wait, but we are heading the wrong way. Here we go. Oh boy, the fake out ending. But we
Yeah.
are heading the wrong way. There are school districts now saying that they won't even let a kid charge a lunch if they didn't have money one day. The people that make rules like that are also your pro-lifers. Total hypocrites.
That would be if I was a dictator, that would be my thing. I would ask people, do you think children should be able to eat for free every day?
Yeah.
And if you say no, you just get shot in the head.
Yeah.
You are not contributing to the
Right.
social contract at all.
Yeah.
If we don't even agree that children should eat for free.
Exactly. That's why I always my charity of choice. It sounds weird, but I feel like the charity I've been the most active with was always the food bank of the Hudson Valley, particularly the backpack program, because they hook kids up with backpacks full of food for the week, the day.
The
whatever.
local charities are the better ones too.
And it's like, that's such an important, like, kids need to be eaten, man.
If,
know
how
what I
can
mean?
you
Like,
expect anyone to focus on school if they're hungry?
school, exactly. And
That's why I always get a donut before doing NickyBato. If I was doing this on an empty stomach, I wouldn't be sharp at all.
yeah, and I don't want to freshen up either. You get rid of all your brain juices, if you took a shower. He says, so women technically have less choices. Wait, sorry, I lost the train.
That if they have less choices in the abortion case, but also that kids are less backed by society.
Exactly. Yes. 100 years ago, scarcity had to be endured. Today, it has to be enforced.
That's hard.
Sam.
That's a hard bar. So that's an episode.
That's an episode.
This was our most political episode.
Fake out ending. And we even got the Trump comment. Sad. No, I'm joking. That's a NickyBato episode. Yeah. Hell yes, dude. We cooked.
We talked
We all
about
cooked.
chairs, and we ended up on abortion.
And you came out as MAGA.
Yes. It would be really hard to... I was going to say, you should edit that to make it look like a MAGA shirt. It would be really hard, though. Because to make America great, like, if you just crossed out immigrants and then put again there, it would look like a dumbass made the shirt. Like, it started on the right.
Do we think a dumbass made the shirt right now? No,
yeah, we do.
No, just wearing it. Oh, my gosh. Dude. What a beautiful night.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you everybody for coming through and the thoughtful discussion. You guys cooked as well, from chairs to this, you know? Legends, everyone.
Yeah.